Hello everybody, welcome to our channel where we do deep dives into the Old Testament. We believe it is important because the three Abrahamic religions really take this stuff extremely seriously, and a lot of people take it literally and some people don't. And we just want to dive into it and ask our questions and see if there are any spiritual nuggets or pieces of history that we might find valuable in our own daily lives and our pursuit of spirituality on our own path. We are at Genesis chapter 14. This chapter is focused on a war between some kings, and which includes Sodom and Gomorrah. It's kind of a super condensed brief history of these wars. And the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah, they fall there in this valley of course I can't pronounce it, Siddim. And the survivors run into the mountains and they see Lot, who is the nephew of Abram. They steal him, they kidnap him, and they take all his stuff. And then this high priest king, however you say it, Melchizedek, he is the high priest king of Salem, and he's real happy that Abram finds out about Lot getting kidnapped, and he gets his army and he goes and retrieves him and then gets all his stuff. And this high priest king offers 1/10 of all the bounty to Abram. So the first thing that pops into your head was, okay, did Abram take his trained soldiers to go get Lot so he could take all Lot's stuff and then get a bounty? You know, that's the first thing, but apparently not. Because Abram refused the bounty, except some payments to some of his head guys. So he didn't personally take any, but he did, give some rewards to some of his main people. So on one hand, this is where the kind of question comes in. What Abram's character is not anything that any of us, and even historically, you would think would be honorable. Because he just previously tricks the Pharaoh, lets the Pharaoh get punished by taking his wife Sarah for his wife, and then he gets rich off of that, but then he doesn't make any money off of going and retrieving Lot. Like it's a complex personality. So what is it? What is this guy's character? It's so strange. And then in Genesis chapter 15, Jehovah comes to Abram in a dream. And he says, I am your shield, and I give you this land. And Abram has zero gratitude. He's not saying thanks, appreciate it, Jehovah. Nothing. He just starts complaining instantly that he does not have an heir. So, the question is, why and how does Abram believe it's permissible and so bold to complain about your gifts and then demand things of Jehovah? That's very, very interesting. And in chapter 16, Sarah gives her handmaid to Abram for a child. So she's, upset that she didn't have a kid, and they apparently are going to be okay with having some type of surrogate mom. But this didn't work out real well because Sarah gets pissed off and she punishes the handmaiden for, having sex with Abram. And Abram just says, do with her what you will. Whatever makes you happy, just do whatever you feel like to her. And so Jehovah is implicitly and implying by saying nothing that he has no problem with sex slaves. Because this girl was a slave, she was a handmaiden, got tossed off to Abram to have sex, have a baby, and no words of that. That seems rather odd. And then my last concerning question is, Abram, he's the chosen one, but he doesn't think of the welfare of the sex slave. Just whatever, go do with her whatever makes you happy. Implying that that's okay. I don't think that's okay, and it doesn't seem to be okay in any way So that's where I'm at on that, and that was our quick bite-sized chunk of the Bible in this video. And we do that so we can just kind of digest it as we go and contemplate it. And we talk about a whole lot of other issues unrelated to the Bible that we believe that the infinite, the source of all things, God gave us, which is the powerful tools of introspection, meditation, coming together and discussing all of the wide-ranging topics to better know ourselves, so that we can be better people, better friends, and to figure out wonderful ways to be good stewards of the land, and to communicate and meditate to connect to the divine and better and higher ways. If that intrigues you at all, please join us at themysticsofTexas.com, or you can go to our other YouTube channel, which is The Mystics of Texas. Thanks for joining us.